Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today we're going to do Advanced Vocabulary Builder lesson number 83. We'll go through 10 advanced words and talk about their definitions, parts of speech, and a couple of example sentences. We'll finish with a story and a quick review of each word. This is a series, so if you like this video, please subscribe for more. Let's go ahead and get started. First, listen to me read the words. Forage, Exhort, Bilk, Ultimatum, Diluvial, Embody, Exasperate, Penurious, Turpitude, Disseminate. Forage. This means, when referring to a person or animal, search widely for food or provisions as a verb. A wide search over an area in order to obtain something, especially food or provisions, as a noun. So you would typically forage in a forest or in the woods and bushes to try to look for sustenance, to try to look for food. In the movie The Hunger Games, many of the participants who were trying to survive would forage for their food. Similarly, in ancient civilizations, a lot of food was acquired through foraging and hunting. Examples are: bears often forage extensively in the autumn months, preparing for their winter hibernation. The foraging party set out into the forest, baskets in hand, eager to gather mushrooms and berries. Exhort. This means strongly encourage or urge someone to do something. It's a verb. So to exhort someone to do something is to compel them to do something, to not only lightly suggest it, but to insist. Examples are: parents often exhort their children to do well in their studies, emphasizing the importance of education. The coach stood before the team, exhorting them to give their all in the final match of the season. Bilk. This means obtain or withhold money from someone by deceit or without justification, as a verb. Cheat or defraud, as a verb. So think of this concept of bilk as scamming or cheating someone out of something. So a little example would be if I agreed to mow my neighbor's lawn and I did the job, and we had previously agreed that I was going to get paid $20 for my work. When I go and collect payment and they say, "Oh, well, thank you for doing the favor. You're so neighborly. Thanks so much," and they don't pay me, I will feel like they've decided to bilk me out of my money. They've cheated me. Examples are: the scam artist managed to bilk unsuspecting victims out of thousands of dollars with promises of quick riches. The fraudulent scheme aimed to bilk investors out of millions of dollars through false promises of high returns. Ultimatum. This means a final demand or statement of terms, the rejection of which will result in retaliation or a breakdown in relations. It's a noun. So, for example, there's a show on Netflix called The Ultimatum. The premise is that these couples go on the show because they've been dating and one of them is ready for marriage, the other isn't so sure. So the concept of the show is that one person in the couple is giving an ultimatum to the other, in that they either have to get married or walk away from the relationship. So example sentences are: the kidnappers issued an ultimatum threatening to harm the hostages if their demands were not met. In a last-ditch effort to salvage the relationship, she gave her partner an ultimatum, insisting on marriage or separation. Diluvial. This means relating to a flood or floods, especially the biblical flood, as an adjective. So when I'm referencing the biblical flood, I'm talking about the Old Testament flood that took over the world, flooded the entire world. That's part of Christian traditions. And when I am using the word diluvial, I could refer to that specifically, or just flooding in general. Typically, this word implies heavy flooding, so a lot of water coming into a space. Examples are the diluvial deposits found in the riverbed provide evidence of past cataclysmic events. The diluvial rains transformed the dry desert into a temporary oasis teeming with life. Embody. This means to be an expression of or give a tangible or visible form to an idea, quality, or feeling as a verb. Include or contain something as a constituent part as a verb. So to embody something is to almost be physically present in a way that represents some sort of ideal or concept. So a good teacher will embody wisdom and professionalism. Examples are the statue in the town square seemed to embody the spirit of resilience and perseverance. The protagonist of the novel was designed to embody the virtues of justice and integrity. Exasperate. This means irritate and frustrate someone intensely. It's a verb. So to exasperate someone is to really, really annoy them. I know I get exasperated when someone asks me the same question over and over and over again and doesn't seem to remember my responses. So that is something that exasperates me, but different things can exasperate different people. Examples are his constant procrastination never failed to exasperate his colleagues who relied on his input for the project. The persistent buzzing of the mosquito served only to exasperate her already frayed nerves. Penurious. This means extremely poor or poverty-stricken as an adjective, parsimonious as an adjective, mean as an adjective. So this concept of being poor or lacking money is the main association of this word. And honestly, I've never heard this word spoken. I had to do some research, listen to some recordings to actually get the proper pronunciation for this word. So in American English, penurious is the pronunciation that I heard most commonly. I also saw this word in some news articles, so it's just a fancy way of saying very poor. I saw it in an international development context, so that's one place where you might hear it used. Examples are growing up in a penurious household, she learned the value of resourcefulness and thrift at an early age. Generations of penurious living had ingrained in them a deep-seated fear of financial instability. Turpitude. This means depravity as a noun, wickedness as a noun. So when I've heard this word, I hear typically it paired with moral, so moral turpitude, and it's very judgy. It's this idea that someone is somehow objectively bad because of how they behave and how they are, and it's also a slightly outdated word. Examples are the scandal revealed a level of moral turpitude among the political elite that shocked the nation. The company's reputation suffered irreparable damage due to the CEO's turpitude and unethical business practices. Disseminate. This means spread something, especially information, widely. It's a verb. So I think of teaching as disseminating knowledge, disseminating information. It's a way to spread knowledge and information to others, typically in a one-to-many relationship. When I think of the news and newspapers, when newspapers are delivered to houses, there is a dissemination of that news, of that information. Examples are social media platforms provide a powerful tool to disseminate news and information rapidly. Governments use various channels to disseminate public health guidelines during times of crisis. So let's read through a story for some extra practice. Lost in the Diluvial forest, the hiker's panic began to mount as the daylight waned and his boots were soaked through. With each passing hour, the dense foliage seemed to embody an ominous presence, closing in around him. He knew he had to find shelter before nightfall. Desperation drove him to forage for edible plants and berries, hoping to stave off hunger and dehydration. Alone in the wilderness, he felt the weight of his penurious situation pressing down upon him. He vowed to himself never to bilk anyone ever again as he reminisced of his life before he got lost. Days turned into a blur as he struggled to navigate the dense undergrowth, his sense of direction failing him. Exhausted and disoriented, he stumbled upon a clearing where a stream trickled through the moss-covered rocks. It was there he encountered a wise old woodsman who exhorted him to trust his instincts and persevere. With a solemn gaze, the woodsman issued an ultimatum: find his way out of the forest or risk being consumed by its turpitude. With newfound determination, the hiker pressed on, using the stream as his guide. Along the way, he encountered various signs of life: a rustling in the bushes, the distant call of a bird. Slowly, he began to piece together the clues, gradually gaining a sense of direction. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, he emerged from the depths of the forest, blinking in the brilliant sunlight. Relief flooded through him as he realized he had survived against all odds. With a newfound sense of purpose, he vowed to disseminate his experience, ensuring that others would not fall prey to the same fate. So, let's read through these words one more time and review their definitions, and I'll spell as we go. Forage, F-O-R-A-G-E. This is to search for food or provisions. Exhort, E-X-H-O-R-T, is to strongly encourage or urge someone to do something. Bilk, B-I-L-K, is to withhold money from someone by deceit or to cheat or defraud. Ultimatum, U-L-T-I-M-A-T-U-M, is a final demand or statement of terms, the rejection of which will result in retaliation or breakdown in relations. Diluvial, D-I-L-U-V-I-A-L, relates to flood or flooding. Embody, E-M-B-O-D-Y, means to be an expression of or give a tangible or visible form to an idea, quality, or feeling. Exasperate, E-X-A-S-P-E-R-A-T-E, is to irritate and frustrate someone intensely. Penurious, P-E-N-U-R-I-O-U-S, means very poor or poverty-stricken. Turpitude, T-U-R-P-I-T-U-D-E, is depravity or wickedness. Disseminate, D-I-S-S-E-M-I-N-A-T-E. This means spread something, especially information, widely. Let's read through these one more time. Forage, Exhort, Bilk, Ultimatum, Diluvial, Embody, Exasperate, Penurious, Turpitude, Disseminate. Great job today. There are other videos like this on this channel, and there will be more soon. I'll put playlists and videos right down here, and please ask questions. I would love to hear from you. Apologies for taking a pause. I probably am going to switch to one video a week for a while, but I haven't gone anywhere, so I'll definitely keep on putting out videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!